A Wolf and Designer Labels contain scenes of coarse language and mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Ugh, this is unbelievable!
Calm down, Elysse.
Oh, don't tell me to calm down! That fake bitch is copying everything I do, Jordan. I post about the book I'm reading, and 2 days later, so does she. A selfie in class? Bam! She posts a selfie in class. I post pictures at the beach, and she does too!
What, people aren't allowed to go to the beach now?
Not her! I swear, Lucy Hall is nothing more than a cheap imitation of me. I should stop posting for a few days and see what she does when there's no one for her to copy.
Look, Elysse, you know I'm on your side, but I also think you might be overreacting.
I am not!
It's probably all just a coincidence. Reading is in now, and, well, it's almost summer, so of course other influencers are gonna go to the beach.
And the other coincidence is?
If she bothers you this much, why don't you just block her? Or at least stop looking at her channel.
Oh, it's the principle, Jordan. She can't be allowed to copy someone and get away with it.
You're not planning on doing something, are you?
Yeah. I'm going to destroy Lucy Hall. She may act all cute and innocent for her followers, but no one is that perfect. She's hiding something, and I'm going to find out what it is, then expose her.
And if she's not hiding something?
Everyone is hiding something.
And how do you plan on discovering this big secret that she supposedly has? Last time I checked, you weren't on speaking terms, and you're no detective. Please tell me you aren't thinking about hiring a private investigator.
Even though I have the cash, there's no way I'm wasting it on her. No. I'm going to have to get close to her somehow, win her trust.
And how do you plan on doing that?
I know exactly how I'm going to do it.
You know, you really scare me when you smile like that.
Oil slicks beneath my feet, marbling our footsteps. Swirls of colors transfixed on the concrete. If I look out and up to the moon, what I see reflected in your eyes. Crisscross jacket, hopscotch, every time
Wait, you want me to what?
I want you to invite Lucy Hall to collaborate with me.
Okay, that's what I thought you said, but I still don't understand. Why in the world do you want to bring in a collaborator when the brand specifically asked for you?
Don't you think it would be a good opportunity to reach a new demographic? Lucy's fans are, how do I put it, a goody two-shoes, good doers, and my fans, well, they are edgier. If Lucy and I film the commercial together, then maybe her followers will flock over to my page.
I suppose that could happen. The two of you wouldn't have much overlap in followers. But you do realize that she has more to gain out of this deal than you, right? You have more than 9 million followers. Lucy only has 1.5 million.
I know, but that won't be an issue.
Won't be an issue. Elysse, if she gains traction, then she could replace you. Lucy will be signing the deals that otherwise would have gone to you, especially since brand scouts will see the ad with the two of you together.
Like I said, Joan, it won't be an issue. Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
Okay, fine. If that's what you want, I'll ring the director. You may have to take a pay cut to bring in a second spokesperson.
I'm all right with that. It'll be worth it in the end.
Elysse, you aren't going to do something that might jeopardize your career, are you?
Of course not. Why does everyone keep asking me that? Just set up a meeting with Lucy, okay?
All right. I'll text you the details once I hear back from her.
Thanks, Joan. You're the best. Later.
Bye. Why do I have a bad feeling about this?
Can I get you anything else while you wait, Miss Winterbourne?
No, I'm good. Hopefully I won't be waiting here too much longer.
Or just call if you need anything.
Thanks. Come on. Where is she? She was supposed to be here 20 minutes ago. Ugh! She's probably playing some twisted game, establishing dominance over me, making me wait this long to prove she can get me to do as she pleases. Huh, that's actually not a bad idea. I'll have to use it sometime. I'll give her 5 more minutes. Then I'm gone. Oh, girl, you're looking cute today. Ooh, the lighting in this one is perfect.
Elysse Winterborne?
Lucy Hall. Finally.
I'm so sorry I'm late. Class ran longer than normal and then I had no idea how to get into this place. Once I managed to find the door, I apparently needed some sort of password to get in.
Of course you do. This is an exclusive club. I assumed that since you are a popular influencer, your agent would have given you instructions on how to get in here.
I, don't have an agent.
Don't have an agent? Why ever not?
Well,
Please, take a seat.
thanks.
Good afternoon, Miss Hall. Can I bring you something to eat or drink?
Can I please have some water?
Of course. Sparkling or still?
Tap is fine.
We have both on tap. Is there a particular region you like your water from?
Huh? Just water from the sink. You know, tap water?
Tap water.
Yes?
Okay. I'll go get it. Tap water, I can't believe this. Who is Miss Winterbourne? Bring me to
This is, a pretty fancy place.
Like I said, it's exclusive.
I was a little surprised to hear from your agent, and I was even more surprised to hear that you wanted to meet up with me.
Oh? Why's that?
Well, because you're the stream queen and I'm just a nobody.
You're not a nobody, Lucy. You're a rising star. You are probably the first person I've seen reach over 1 million followers in just a few months.
It was an accident. I guess I posted the right thing at the right time.
People still like what you continue to post, so you're obviously doing something right.
Maybe.
your water.
Oh, thank you.
Is there anything else I can get you to?
Yes, we will have a chocolate tower fondue. Is that all right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine.
One fondue tower. Understood. I'll be back shortly.
I don't have a lot of money on me.
Don't worry about it. It's my treat.
Are you sure?
Of course. I invited you here. It's the least I can do.
Thank you very much.
So, Lucy, tell me everything about you.
Everything? I mean, there isn't much to tell.
Sure there is.
Like what?
Like, what made you want to become an influencer?
I actually don't want to be an influencer. Not really, anyways. Sure, it's sort of glamorous, but it's also a lot of work and you sacrifice a lot of privacy. Though I don't need to tell you any of this. You know all about it.
If you don't want to be an influencer, then why don't you stop posting content?
That's sort of a complicated question to answer.
I've got time to listen.
I appreciate you taking interest in my life, but it's not really something I want to talk about.
All right. You don't have to answer right now. Why don't we chat about the upcoming commercial?
Yes, please. I'm very curious about that.
My agent, Joan, already got approval from the director. They are very excited to have you join me. See, the target audience for their makeup brand has always been my sort of followers. So they are curious to see what their sales are going to be like having a princess like you involved.
Princess?
You know, the cute pastels and frilly dress sort of crowd.
Is that the vibe I give off?
Yeah, sort of. You're the girl next door type. The shy, innocent type that is probably found feeding the homeless or reading to children at the library.
But I haven't done either of those things.
My point still stands. You're a sweetheart. A Betty, if you will. And I'm more of a vixen. A Veronica.
I guess that's not far off. Though I have to admit that I'm a little confused.
About what?
About why you want me to be in the commercial with you.
Why, because I like you, silly. I think we will become good friends.
But you don't even really know me.
That's why I invited you here, to get to know you.
I see.
Do you not want to get to know me?
No, I do. I'm just having a little difficulty accepting that this is really happening.
What's so unbelievable about it?
I just never thought we would become friends. I mean, we have attended the same university for 2 years, and we haven't spoken to each other once. So I never imagined I would be in a fancy cafe having lunch with you, let alone star in a commercial with the Stream Queen.
This is only the beginning, Lucy. You're about to enter the big leagues. Stick with me, and you're going to go places you never could have imagined. Oh, you should have heard her, Jordan. Can you believe she had the audacity to tell me that she didn't want to be an influencer? Like, who doesn't want to be one?
There are people out there that aren't chasing after fame, Elysse.
Okay, yeah, sure. Losers who know they'll never amount to anything. But if you don't want to be famous, you'd stop posting, right? She couldn't even explain to me why she keeps posting new videos. She said it was complicated.
Maybe it is.
Why do you keep taking her side?
I'm not. I'm just looking at this from an unbiased outsider's perspective, okay? You're obsessed with Lucy, Elysse. You're not seeing things clearly. Everything she does is gonna make you mad because you've already made up your mind that you hate her.
Okay, first of all, I'm not obsessed with her. Second, you're not unbiased because you're purposefully contradicting me.
How did the rest of the lunch go? Did you learn any of her darkest secrets?
Not yet, but we are going to meet up again this weekend, so I'll keep pushing. She's definitely hiding something, though.
Oh, you're meeting up again?
Yeah, it's not like girls immediately share secrets with one another. It might take a little bit of time, but that's fine. The commercial isn't for another 3 weeks.
Can you do me a favor?
What's that?
When you meet up with her again, can you please keep an open mind?
What do you mean?
Well, instead of trying to pry out secrets, why don't you just try to hang out with her? Just go and try to have some fun.
I'm not going on a date with her, Jordan.
I know, that's not... You know what? Never mind. Just do whatever you want, like you always do.
Whatever, Jordan. You know, as my friend, I thought you'd be more supportive.
You know I love you, Elysse, but sometimes I don't know who you are.
I'm the Stream Queen.
Well, if that's the case, I'm not a fan.
Well, maybe you're just jealous.
Good night, Elysse.
Doesn't know who I am? Whatever. I'm the same me that he's known for 15 years. An open mind, huh? We'll see.
Are you sure you're okay with this?
I said I was, didn't I? If the entire hike is like this, I can do it.
Oh, then we should probably turn back.
What? Why?
Because we've only just started.
Yeah, I know. So what?
So, this is just the trail to get to the actual trail. The incline is going to get steeper.
Steeper?
Well, if we go to the Red River Falls Trail, then it will get quite steep in areas. There is also the Portheim Circle Trail, but it's just as difficult because of the tougher terrain and longer route.
So you're telling me I'm screwed either way.
Not if we just forget it and do something else. I'm sorry, this was such a bad idea. It's just, you said you liked to hike in the video you posted last week, and I don't know. I thought this would be a nice thing for us to try.
Well, yeah, I said that, but that was just for a video. My Stream Queen persona? I mean, it's just something you say, right? Who says they hike and actually does it?
I do? Look, as I said, we can just turn back. The last thing I want is for you to struggle with this and have a bad time.
No way! We're doing the trail. I said I'd do it, and I never back down from a challenge.
Okay. Only if you're sure, though.
I'm so sure. I mean, if you can do it, I can do it, right?
Why does that feel a little bit like an insult? But yes, that's the spirit. Though, since this is your first proper hike, be sure to let me know when or if you need to take a break.
Uh-huh. I will, so lead the way. You're the expert. Seriously, how can you look so normal? My hair is a mess. I can feel the redness on my face. My body aches and my legs are burning.
Like I said before, I enjoy hiking. And I have been doing this trail since I was a kid. My body is just used to this. I guess it's like how you look so effortless in your makeup videos, or when you post videos of your kickboxing. You move so gracefully, but it probably took a lot of work to train your body to do that, right?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay, that hill was a killer. Let's pause for a minute. My legs feel like jelly.
There's a nice patch of grass we can sit on. It'll feel cool with the breeze and will help your legs recover. So, earlier you said that liking hikes was just something you say you like for your image.
Yeah, what about it?
Do you lie like that a lot?
Oh, don't tell me you're going to lecture me about being fake. Besides, I wouldn't call that a lie.
I mean, it sort of is. But I get it, I guess. Athletic wear companies aren't going to use you for brand deals if you say you hate hiking, right?
Exactly. When I take these sponsorships, I sort of have to sell the product, and sometimes that means claiming to like things I don't. It's called acting.
I see.
What's on your mind? I can tell you're thinking about something.
Well, I suppose I'm just curious about, well, you. What do you actually like?
You're going to have to be more specific. Mind reading isn't exactly in my extensive list of skills.
Okay, something simple that you won't need to lie about?
Not going to let that go, are you?
What's your favorite flower?
Easy. The ones that my fans and companies give me.
Elysse.
Fine. What's with this weird question anyway? Oh, I know. When I was in Bali a couple years ago for a movie shoot, I saw these beautiful orchids. I don't know their specific name, but I would have to say those are my favorite. Then again, I suppose most flowers you see when you're traveling tend to look amazing, right?
I wouldn't really know. I've never traveled far enough to see exotic flowers like that. They must have been pretty impressive, though.
Oh, they were. Bali is just amazing. Definitely in my top 10 list of favorite places to visit.
You like traveling then?
I love it, especially when I'm getting paid to go. Getting to meet a bunch of celebrities, shop at all the designer stores, and stay in the best hotels. It's fabulous. Oh, and the spas are amazing. And the freebies I get, I have so much stuff.
Sounds like a dream.
Yeah, it's the best. But I guess you haven't gotten to do much of that yet,
No, can't say that I have. Not really sure I want to.
Why not?
Isn't it a little superficial?
You think I'm superficial?
No, not at all. It's just that, well, that sort of stuff isn't really my thing.
Okay, then what is your thing? Anything else you like except scaling Mount Everest, little brother?
I've hiked bigger mountains than this, I'll have you know. But apart from hiking, I like keeping busy, especially in nature. I do a lot of gardening. There's a great little public garden near my place that's always looking for helping hands. I also volunteer at the local animal shelter. It's so hard to resist adopting all of the adorable animals. And during the summer, I work as a camp counselor.
Do you enjoy doing anything that's clean?
Kinda messes with the whole princess view you had of me originally, huh?
Well, you still come across as a princess, just one who's covered in dirt and animal fur. So, what about your favorite flower? I forgot to ask what yours was earlier.
I love violets. Not too showy, but beautiful all the same.
That's such a you answer.
Look who's talking, Miss Orchid from Bali.
You know what? I liked you more when you were shyer around me.
Okay, I'll stop. So, do you want to stay here a little bit longer, or do you want to start the hike again?
Let's keep on moving. If there's more hills like the one we just climbed, this hike is going to take a long time.
Then it's a good thing we have all day.
Ugh, it's so crowded today.
Well, it's really nice outside. It makes sense that the beach would be busy.
We should have gotten here earlier. All the good spots are already taken.
What about that spot over there by the rocks? Doesn't look like anyone is around there.
I guess that'll do. Not the best area, but it'll be quieter than cramming our stuff between people.
Thanks for inviting me out to the beach today. I thought for sure that after the hike yesterday, you'd never want to hang out with me again.
The hike wasn't that bad. Besides, I was going to come to the beach anyway, and it's always more fun to sunbathe with friends.
You aren't going to go swimming?
Goodness no! Do you know how expensive it was to get my hair done? There's no way I'm getting it soaked in salty water.
Oh, of course.
It's the perfect spot for the sun. Nice job, Lucy.
A lucky break.
Are you always this modest?
I mean, it's just that I didn't know this would be a good sunspot, so it doesn't feel right to take credit for a coincidence.
Geez, girl, just take a compliment.
Sorry.
You don't have to apologize, you know.
Okay, yeah.
What do you have there? Sunscreen? Oh, can you put some on my back?
Yeah. Oh my god! I'm so sorry! The sunscreen just exploded out of the tube!
It's fine. Just rub it in.
Okay.
Oh, that feels so nice.
Okay. It's all rubbed in.
Thanks. Want me to get your back?
Sure, I'd appreciate that.
Jeez, you're so tense. Relax a little.
Sorry.
There you go. That's better.
Excuse me? Are you Elysse Winterborne?
Yeah, I am.
Oh my gosh, no way. Can I take a selfie with you?
Sure. Just let me finish up here and there.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm such a huge fan.
Aw, thank you so much. It's so nice to meet you.
Is it okay if I put my arm around your shoulders?
Of course.
Thanks. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
How'd that turn out?
It looks great. Thank you again. I don't want to keep you from your friend.
Oh, it's no trouble.
Thank you. Oh man, I can't believe my luck. You're even more beautiful in person.
That's so sweet of you.
Is it okay to tag you in the photo?
I'd be upset if you didn't.
Awesome. You made my day. Thank you. I hope to see you around again soon.
Same. Have fun today.
Bye.
Bye. What?
Nothing. It's just weird watching how different you become in front of your fans.
Different? What do you mean?
Your demeanor changes entirely.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Okay, so I change my demeanor. Big deal. Everyone is fake in some way.
That's not true.
Oh, let me guess. You aren't fake?
I have been nothing but genuine with you.
Okay, if that's the case, explain to me why you still post content despite your claims that you don't want to be an influencer.
I...
Yo, Elysse!
Jordan, what are you doing here?
I've been here for an hour. I saw you got tagged in a post and decided to come say hi. Oh, hey, you're Lucy Hall, right?
Yeah. I'm actually going to take off, though.
What? But we just got here.
The beach is a little too crowded for my liking.
Oh, then why don't we go somewhere else?
No. You stay and have fun with your friend. I'll talk to you later.
But
Bye.
bye.
What was that all about?
I'm not sure. I'll be right back. Watch my stuff. Hey, Lucy, wait up. Wait.
Sorry, Elysse. I just want to go home.
Why? What's wrong?
It's stupid.
What is?
I just don't want to be here if you're going to ignore me every time a fan shows up.
I wasn't ignoring you.
I'll talk to you later.
Hold up. Look, I'm sorry if I ignored you. I don't mean to. But don't let that ruin the whole day, okay? Come back to our spot and relax. If anyone else comes up to me, I'll tell them off.
You will?
Yep, today is our day.
Okay, let's go back.
Here, let me carry your towel.
Thanks.
Everything okay?
Yep, but if you don't mind, my friend Lucy and I are trying to have a quiet day at the beach together. Could you please give us some privacy?
Sure. Sorry.
There, just the two of us.
Thanks, Elysse.
No problem. Now let's finish getting lathered up in sunscreen and absorb some vitamin D.
Yeah.
So, what's up with you and Lucy? If I didn't know about your plan, I would have sworn you actually cared about her. Guess those acting classes are really working.
Ha ha.
That's it? No witty comeback?
Well, the thing is,
Oh shit! You do like her!
I don't. She's just nice, okay? But there's definitely something she doesn't want me to know, which means she isn't as genuine as she comes across.
Maybe she is. Maybe whatever secret she's keeping has nothing to do with being an influencer?
It definitely does. And until I find out what she's hiding, the plan is still on.
Just be careful, Elysse. I don't want to see you getting hurt in the process.
How would I end up getting hurt?
You really wouldn't feel bad if you destroyed Lucy's career?
Maybe I would feel a little bad, but I would feel even worse if she ended up becoming the new Stream Queen. I refuse to be second place.
Alright, but before you do anything rash, you should really stop and think about what's really important to you.
My channel is important to me.
I'm not saying it isn't, but maybe there's something in your life that's worth more than numbers on a screen.
Like what?
That's not for me to tell you.
Always so cryptic. Well, Riddle Master, I'm going to get to bed. Got class in the morning.
Alright, I'll talk to you later. Good night.
Night.
Are you all finished with your fondue tart?
Yes, thank you.
I'll clear the table then. Would you like anything else, Miss Winterbourne?
No, I'm good, thanks.
A refill of your water, is all?
That would be wonderful. Thanks.
You are all set. Please, take your time, though.
Thanks. You know, this place isn't so bad. Once you get used to it, I mean.
Oh, so I've finally tempted you over to my way of thinking?
Not exactly. It's still too glamorous for my taste. I guess what I really mean is, when I first came here, I felt like I was walking into the lion's den. Now, I don't feel so on edge.
Funny to think that was only 3 weeks ago. Feels longer, in a way. Probably because we've spent practically every day together.
Yeah, I suppose that's why I'm fond of this place, since this is where we first met. Officially, that is.
I still can't believe you called yourself a nobody.
I am, though.
Lucy, we talked about this. You aren't a nobody. And after our commercial airs, everyone is going to know your name.
I just feel like something is going to go wrong. I don't think I'm ready for something so big.
Look, it's fine to get nervous. I understand. I really do.
Why do I get the feeling that there's a but coming?
But you can't give in to the nerves and not take a chance like this when it can lead to bigger and better things for you.
Bigger and better has never been my goal, though. I'm content as I am.
So, university, animal shelters, and summer camps. That's going to be all your life has?
I mean, is that so bad?
Yes, when it's clear you're hiding something. Last time I asked, you avoided answering.
Technically, your friend interrupted us.
So I'm asking again. If you truly don't want this to be your life, then why are you posting content online?
Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, so... I don't want to be famous. I don't want everyone to know my name.
Not a great start here, Lucy.
But there is someone I want to see me. The only real reason I make the videos I post is because I'm hoping he sees me.
He?
When I was 14, my dad went missing. He left to go to work, and I went to school. I came home. He didn't.
Oh, shit.
We tried everything. Police tried their best, but found nothing. None of my family on his side knew anything. Same with the people he worked with and his friends. It was like he just vanished.
Lucy, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have pushed this. You don't have to say anymore.
No, I want to tell you. It feels nice to finally talk about him. I'd never put something as private as this in a video, but having someone I trust know the truth helps.
Okay.
I know he's probably... I mean, when someone is missing for 7 years, they are probably... But I haven't given up hope that he's still out there. It might seem silly, but I think that if I keep posting my videos, and a few more people see my profile, then he might be one of them and finally get in contact again. Or maybe he can't contact me, and the videos are the only way he can see me.
That's not silly. I'm so sorry that happened to you, and I really hope you can reconnect with him.
Thanks, Elysse. Who knows? Maybe my dad's a major Elysse Winterborne fan, and he'll see us working together and find me that way.
Yeah, maybe. Seriously though, thank you for telling me. That couldn't have been easy.
No, thank you for listening. You know, I'm so lucky to have a friend like you. Elysse, everything okay?
Oh, yeah, just nervous about tomorrow.
I didn't think you could get nervous.
I can, and I do.
You'll do great, Elle. You always do.
Thanks. Come on. Let's get going.
Okay.
Make sure you cover up this little pimple here.
Yes, ma'am. I was just getting to that.
Joan, relax. They know what they're doing.
This is a big commercial, Elysse. You need to look perfect.
She always does.
Thanks.
Please don't move, Miss Hall. Otherwise, I will have to start over.
Oh, sorry. I'm not used to having people style my hair for me.
Just wait until we switch and you have someone applying your makeup. Having someone else stick things near your eyes is intense.
I promise not to poke you in the eye.
Thank you. I would definitely appreciate that.
Would you prefer your hair up or down?
Probably down?
Down for sure. Not that up isn't nice too. You just look prettier with it down.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right, down it is.
Ladies, welcome! Has everything been to your liking so far?
Yes. Thank you so much for having me.
Everything is great, Mr. Sheffield.
Oh, excellent! Need to take good care of our stars, don't we?
How is everything going? Will we start on schedule?
Set deck is almost finished, so as long as hair and makeup is finished in the next 30 minutes, we should be good to go.
All right, thank you.
If either of you two need anything, just let me know.
Thank you, Mr. Sheffield.
We'll be sure to let you know.
All right, I'll leave you two in the capable hands of our artists. See you on set in about 30 minutes.
Yay!
I'm gonna make sure wardrobe is ready. Text if you need me.
All right. Hey, can you leave us alone for a moment?
But we have to...
It's fine. These things never start on schedule. We've got time.
Okay.
Is everything okay?
There's something that's been weighing on my mind, and I really need to tell you.
Okay. It can't wait until after the commercial?
I suppose it could, but if I don't get this off my chest soon, I feel like I'm going to explode.
Sounds serious.
I hope it's not.
All right. I'm listening.
So, I have a little bit of a confession to make. The reason why I wanted to do this commercial shoot with you, and why I first wanted to befriend you, it was because I wanted to prove that you were a fake.
A fake?
I didn't think anyone could be so proper. I was convinced that you were putting on an act, pretending to be sweet so you could build up a fan base. I was going to win your trust and then expose you when we started filming the commercial. But that changed when I got to know you. I realized that you are actually just that sweet. You're actually more perfect in person than you are online. Why aren't you saying anything?
I'm thinking.
About what?
I knew there was some reason why you suddenly reached out. Never thought it was to expose me.
I'm sorry, Lucy. I really am.
I'm not.
Huh? You're not?
No. Because regardless of your intentions in the beginning, I'm glad we became friends.
You're not mad?
Mad? No. Disappointed and a little betrayed? Yes.
I'm so sorry, Lucy.
let's talk about this after filming.
Okay, let's get a slight wave into that hair of yours, Miss Hall.
Are your eyes prepared, Miss Winterborne?
Yeah, sure.
And cut! Haha, that's a wrap, folks!
You did a fantastic job, Lucy.
Thanks.
Well done, ladies! That was brilliant! Your chemistry is incredible!
Thank you, Mr. Sheffield.
You know, when Elysse first mentioned bringing you along for filming, I was skeptical. But you sure proved that you are a force to be reckoned with. Your face is going to be on every screen from coast to coast. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if you got a bunch of international gigs after this. Don't forget to mention us when you can. You know, as your first acting role.
Yes, of course. But I don't know if I'll do any other commercials.
What? Why not? Elysse, you need to talk some sense into this girl.
Lucy can make up her own mind. If she doesn't want to act, then I won't pressure her.
I don't get it. You could be big, Lucy. A huge star. One moment. Jessica! Jessica! Where is that blasted PA?
Yes, sir?
Give Miss Hall my card.
Here, Miss Hall.
If you change your mind and you want more commercial work, you be sure to give my card to your agents. Have them arrange something with my people, okay?
Thanks.
And of course, Elysse, you were wonderful, as always. You know I'm always grateful to have you promote the Dusk brand.
It was my pleasure.
Jessica!
I'm still here, sir.
Give Elysse a card, too.
Okay. Here you are, Miss Winterborne.
Thank you.
Are you ladies all set to go? Jordan's waiting out back.
Jordan?
Yeah, he said you wanted him to pick you up. Something about emotional support. Should I tell him you're getting a ride back with me?
No, it's okay. Thanks, Joan.
All right. If you're ready to go, I'll head out. It was nice to meet you in person, Miss Hall. I know Elysse said you weren't looking for representation, but if you need or want an agent, my door's always open.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
See you later in the week, Elysse.
Yep, see you later.
Bye, Lucy.
Bye.
Our ride is here, so we'll be going now, Mr. Sheffield.
Thank you both again. Hope to work with you two again soon.
Bye!
Goodbye.
Lucy, can we talk?
Okay.
I know you said you were disappointed in me and that you felt betrayed, but that you're also glad we're friends. Can you tell me what you're feeling right now? Are we okay?
I don't know, Elysse. I am glad that we are friends, but I also feel like I can't really trust you. I think I need some time.
Is there anything I can do to make this up to you?
You didn't miss my birthday or forget to wave to me when we passed each other in the hall. You were determined to ruin me, and that scares me. What else are you capable of doing?
I wouldn't do anything to you now.
I believe that. But what about when the next person comes along and threatens your Stream Queen title? What are you going to do to them? I like you, Elysse, a lot. More than you probably realize. But you value your popularity over people, and that's not someone I want to be with.
Lucy, please.
I'm sorry. It's been a lot of fun, but maybe we should just go back to being rivals on the internet.
I don't want that.
Excuse me, Miss Winter?
Not now!
What's your problem? I just wanted a picture.
I'm in the middle of something.
Do you treat all your fans this way?
You should talk to him. Wouldn't want to lose a follower.
Lucy, don't go!
Goodbye, Elysse.
Can I get that selfie now?
Sure.
Sweet. The guys are gonna be so jealous.
You're welcome.
Hey.
How did you know I was going to tell her?
Because I know you, Elysse.
I really messed this up.
What are you gonna do now?
I don't know.
Okay, come on. Let's get you home and try to think of something on the way there.
Thanks again for agreeing to do this interview, Elysse.
Of course. You've always been so kind to me, Nathan. The least I can do is give influenced and exclusive.
I'm very curious to see what you're going to say. All set?
You bet.
All right. In 3, 2, 1. Hello, Influencees! This is Nathan Wallace, back with another episode of Influenced. I am joined today by a good friend that needs no introduction. None other than the stream queen herself, Elysse Winterborne.
Hello to all you fans of Influenced. And hello to all you darling winter babes out there.
So, Elysse, you've been a hot topic lately with the very sudden deletion of your social media accounts. A lot of people, myself included, are curious as to what caused you to leave social media.
Well, as I stated in my last post, I needed to take a step back and deal with some personal issues.
Can you elaborate on what you mean by that?
I want to first state that I am incredibly grateful for all the love and patience everyone has given me. I know a lot of people were upset that I just up and left social media, but the majority was overwhelmingly positive. The reason why I needed to take a step back was because I had lost myself. Streaming became everything to me, and it turned me into someone I didn't like.
I feel like a lot of people can understand that. You became a household name. Not many people could continue to live life without letting that go to their heads. If you don't mind me asking, what changed?
I met someone.
Met someone?
She taught me about what is truly important in life, and I needed to reevaluate my priorities.
So you deleted your social media 3 weeks ago?
That's right. I wanted to show this person that I was willing to change, that I would give up everything for her.
Sounds like she's pretty important to you.
She is.
So, what happened after you deactivated your accounts?
I think I'll let someone else answer that.
Someone else?
Come here, babe.
Hello.
Holy, no way! Lucy Hall!
Oh, you already know my girlfriend?
Girlfriend? My mind is blown. So, obviously after you deactivated your account, the two of you got together.
The moment I saw Elysse had deactivated her accounts, I cornered her at school and demanded she undo it.
You didn't want her to delete her social media?
Of course not. I would never demand something like that. Being the stream queen is important to her, and I wouldn't want to take that away.
But why didn't you reactivate your accounts, Elysse?
I wasn't ready to. I needed to focus on myself and my new relationship before even considering falling back into old habits.
So will you be returning to social media anytime soon?
Possibly. I have another week to decide if I want to reactivate my accounts. But even if I do, it won't be in the same capacity.
So what's next for you?
Summer is approaching, and I hear there's a great summer camp in need of counselors.
A Wolf in Designer Labels was written by Jenna Oliver and Kerrie Murphy, starring the voice talents of
Jenna Rose as Elysse,
Angie Min as Lucy Hall,
Aaron Moy as Jordan Harris,
Melissa J. Lackie as Joan Raider,
Trenton Butt as Connor Sheffield,
Sterling Barbett as Nathan Wallace,
Key Garland as the Waitress,
Nate Washko as Fanboy.
Jenna Rose as Makeup Artist,
Breanna Pearl as Hairstylist,
Jenna Oliver as Jessica.
Roscoe Braman as film crew member.
Music by Key Garland. Character art by Avia Key. Background art by Blind Deaf Ghost. Casting and audio editing by Jenna Oliver. Thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed A Wolf in Designer Labels. If you would like to check out our other audio dramas, feel free to look at our link tree, linktr.ee/wolf Magpie Media. Thank you again, and we'll see you next time.
Oil slicks beneath my feet.